Welcome to the episode number 2 of Chronicles of Dentistry. I'm Dr. Preeti and I'm your personal guide for all those dentistry related problems. So let's get started with our episode number 2, Waverly Anatomy. So in Waverly Anatomy, we are going to discuss about cranial nerves. From my personal experience, I was very weak in cranial nerves. So from here and there, I found many methods. So here are 2 easy ways to learn cranial nerves. First method is mnemonic method, but second one is my favorite one. So for mnemonics, it's OOO, to touch and feel very good velvet, such heaven. So OOO is olfactory, optic, oculomotor. 2 is trochlear, touch, trigeminal, and abducens, feel, facial, very vestibulocochlear, good, glossopharyngeal, velvet, vagus, such, spinal accessory, heaven, hypoglossal. With the second method, that is the face method, we are going to draw a human. Okay, so for olfactory, imagine that there is a nose for a person you are making. So draw a nose for olfactory. That is 1. So first is olfactory. Then draw 2 big eyes, and in eyes write 2, 4 and 6. So 2 is optic for eyes, 4 trochlear, it's also for eyes, and abducens 6 is for eyes. So what's 4 and 6? Have you heard about SO4 LR6? So 4 supplies superior oblique and 6 supplies lateral rectus muscle of the eye. So here are 3 muscles. Then comes oculomotor, that is your eyebrow portion. Make a 3 for oculomotor because it's the 3. So our third cranial nerve is oculomotor. What is the role of third cranial muscle? So the third cranial nerve actually supplies all the extraocular muscles except SO4, that is superior oblique, which is supplied by 4, your trochlear one, and lateral rectus, which is supplied by 6, that is abducens. Then make a big 5. Why big 5? Because trigeminal nerve is the 5th one. It is supplying all the motor and the sensory supply of face. So a big 5 because trigeminal is the largest cranial nerve. So we are done with 6. That is the eye muscle, abducens. Then make 2, 7. Making outline of your face. So facial outline, that is your facial nerve. Then after 7 what comes? 8. 8 are in form of ears. So make 2 ears in form of 8. And what is it? Vestibulocochlear. Because it's related to hearing, Then comes 9, 10 and 12. Make a tongue and write 9, 10 and 12 in that tongue. So what is 9? Glossopharyngeal, 10 vagus, 12 hypoglossal. Why I asked you to make a tongue? Because all the muscles of tongue are supplied by hypoglossal nerve. That is your 12th. And except palatoglossus, which is supplied by cranial root of accessory via pharyngeal plexus through vagus. So write vagus only. That is your 10th one. Okay. Then comes the 9th, glossopharyngeal. So the posterior 1/3 of your tongue is supplied by glossopharyngeal. That's why we wrote 9, 10 and 12, not 12, 10 and 9. And what is left? Spinal accessory. That is 11. So make 2 parallel shoulders. So what is parallel? It's 11. Making a 11. So you can remember spinal accessory by shoulder or the lower portion of the body. So you're done with all the 12 cranial nerves. So now we'll come to the nucleus or the attachment part. So every nerve is actually attached to somewhere in your brain. And from there it originates from a nucleus and then it goes to the destination it has to go. So we'll divide all the 12 cranial nerves into 4 parts. First 2 will be 2, 2 and then 4, 4. So what is it? 1, 2 are attached to forebrain. Then 3 and 4 are attached to midbrain. Then 5, 6, 7, 8 is attached to pons. Then 9, 10, 11, 12 is attached to medulla oblongata. So actually the attachment is nothing but the origination. Okay. So now we'll come to action of each nerve. So which nerve is sensory, which is motor, which is mixed, or both. So there is a mnemonic for that, and it's actually pretty easy to remember like that. So mnemonics are better for it. So what's the mnemonic? Some say marry money, but my brother says big brains matter most. So S is for sensory, M is for motor, B is for both or mixed. So some is first, that is your olfactory nerve. Some is sensory. So olfactory is for sensation of smell. Then say second. So what's second? It's optic. It's also sensory. It supplies sensory innervation to the eyes. Then marry is for motor. The third one, that is your oculomotor. The oculomotor supplies the motor supply to the eye. Then money, fourth one, trochlear. Trochlear, lateral rectus, SO4, LR6. So your 6 and your 4 both are motor. Then B, butt, fifth one. So your trigeminal is mixed nerve, as I told you earlier also. Then sixth, brother. Sixth one you are done. It was motor only. Then comes the seventh one, that is brother. Seventh one is actually a mixed nerve, that is the facial nerve. Eighth is sensory. Ninth is also mixed, that is the glossopharyngeal one. 10th is also mixed, that is vagus. Then 11th and 12th both are motor. It was a easy mnemonic. You can go through it once and it will be in your head. So then comes the nucleus of nerves. You don't have to do every nerve, but there are 3 most important nerves whose nucleus should be in your head. So what is it? Trigeminal, facial, glossopharyngeal. These 3 are the main nerves whose nucleus you should remember. First is trigeminal nerve. So for that there is an easy mnemonic, M square S square. What is M? 2M, motor and mesencephalic. 2S, sensory and spinal. For facial nerve, MNSL is the mnemonic. Motor, nucleus of tractus solitarius, superior salivatory nucleus, and lacrymatory nucleus. For glossopharyngeal nerve, the mnemonic is IAS, inferior salivatory, nucleus ambiguus, and nucleus of tractus solitarius. So these are the nucleuses from where your nerve arises and then reach their destination as it was planned to be. Then we'll come to how you have to make your notes. So here's a picture. You have to divide your sheet into 3 halves. Mostly I'll suggest to divide into half and then divide it into in the later sections as you wish. So divide it into half. On the upper section, write all the important points or just draw a diagram and you're done with it. And for nucleus section, you can write it in the lower section. So now is the quiz time. Your first question. Only nerve that originate from the dorsal surface of the brainstem is. Your options are trochlear, oculomotor, abducens, and vagus. So what is the answer? Yes, trochlear. Your second question. Which of the following is the largest cranial nerve? Your options are trochlear, oculomotor, trigeminal, and vagus. We just did it. So what is the answer? Yes, trigeminal. Your next question. Nuclei of facial nerve is. Your options are spinal, superior salivatory, inferior salivatory, and motor. For this question, I think we should recap a little bit. So, nuclei of trigeminal nerve is M square, S square, motor, mesencephalic, spinal accessory, and sensory. Then, facial nerve. For facial nerve, what are the mnemonic? MNSL, yes. So, M, motor, nuclei of tractus solitarius, superior salivatory, lacrimatory. And for glossopharyngeal, IAS, inferior salivatory, nucleus ambiguus, and superior salivatory nucleus. Nucleus of tractus solitarius. So, what is the answer? Yes, there are multiple answers. Superior salivatory and motor, both are correct. Next question. Sensory nerve fiber to posterior 1/3 of the tongue is supplied by which cranial nerve? We just did it. Options are 9, 10, 12, 7. What is the answer? Yes, glossopharyngeal. Posterior 1/3 of the tongue is supplied by glossopharyngeal nerve. And it is what type of nerve? It is a mixed nerve. Big brain matter most, remember? So let's do a quick recap. So what was the mnemonic for cranial nerves? O, to touch and feel very good, velvet, such heaven. Or what is the other method? It is the face method. 1 for nose, 2, 4, 6 in the eyes, eyebrows with 3 oculomotor, a big 5 for trigeminal, 7, 7 outline of the face for facial, 8 vestibulocochlear for hearing, and 9, 10, 12 in the tongue, glossopharyngeal posterior 1/3 of the tongue, 10 and 12 glossopharyngeal vagus and hypoglossal, and then the spinal accessory with the 11, 1, 1. Then comes to the attachment, 1, 2, 4 brain, 3, 4 midbrain, 5, 6, 7, 8 pons, 9, 10, 11, 12 medulla. Then comes function. Some say marry money, but my brother say big brain matter most is the mnemonic. S is sensory, M is motor, B is both. And we reviewed nucleus. So trigeminal M square S square, facial NMNSL, glossopharyngeal IAS. So yes, you're done with your today's lecture. So we are done with subclavian artery, external carotid artery, and now cranial nerves also. So see you in the next episode with something new and fresh. If you want to watch more such episodes, do write yes in the comment section. See you in the next episode. Until then, keep reading, keep doing lots and lots of MCQs, and keep working hard. Bye-bye. All the very best.